Hi, my name is Tin Lan and I've done my project on the Salmon Age. The Salmon Age is actually a term I made to describe the duration of time between when the first cannery in Steveston opened and when the last one in Steveston closed. This was from 1880 to 1990, with 110 years of lasting. During the Salmon Age, a salmon or a can of salmon wasn't simply food, because on the West Coast it was life. Now I'm going to talk about the Chinese. The Chinese were basically trading poverty and social unrest in China and come to Canada to hopefully strike rich. But in most situations, this actually translated into hard labor and racism. In some bad scenarios, the Chinese died of overwork, mishaps, diseases, or even starvation. Occupying 90% of the canning line, the Chinese cannery workers got paid 50% of what an average Caucasian earned. Chinese butchers could butcher fish from 12 to 15 seconds. So why could the Chinese be paid so poorly? That was because when the Canadian Pacific Railway was building, over 7,000 Chinese workers came over to Canada to help build it. After the Canadian Pacific Railway was finished building, some went back to China, but some stayed. With this great quantity, they could be unwanted. Now on to the Japanese. The Japanese lived in Japanese duplexes, about the size of your house, but 10 people lived in there. The women wore slimers with babies on their backs and toddlers in the stroller. That was because they usually couldn't afford education. The men of the Japanese were fishermen and only got good pay if they caught a lot of fish. In 1942, they were sent to internment camps caused by World War II. They're often sent to Manitoba or other prairie provinces. Large properties such as houses, bed frames, boats were often sold at auctions, and the money earned at auctions were given to the Canadian government. Now on to the natives. The natives lived in native huts. The men were fishermen, and the men earned an average of 240 cents to 250 cents per day, or 6 to 8 cents per fish. When the Caucasian came, their land was taken away, their residential schools were taken away, the rights to fish were taken away, the rights of a human were taken away, their culture was taken away. So I believe that they are the darkest out of the four main ethnic groups in Steveston. I also believe that they are the most poorly treated out of the three ethnic groups, yet were poorly treated. Now that I have told you about the ethnic groups in Steveston that I mainly researched, I will try to give you an image of what it would be like if you were one of them. Close your eyes or look down at your hands. Imagine the scenario the person is in from the descriptions I tell. I will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now walking into a cold wooden building. The smell of salmon tickles your nostrils. You stomp up to an iron table. You see a big knife. Now you look down at your left hand. One of your fingers are missing. You accidentally cut off your own finger while butchering salmon. Now that you have lost one finger, you can finally be called a true cannery worker. Who are you? You are a Chinese butcher working again tomorrow. Now you think, do I catch the salmon, or did the salmon catch me? I hope this presentation makes you feel how lucky you are, and I hope history doesn't repeat itself. Thank you. I have to give special thanks to Mr. Shigematsu, who invited me over to the salmon roleplay that inspired me and he acted in, and gave me the salmon roe script that I needed for my research. Thank you.